Good evening. My apologies for canceling the meeting for today. I had a director's training that I had to attend, and then there's another meeting for me next week. So unfortunately, I wouldn't have been able to meet with you guys until the following week. And by that time, I feel like it would have been too late. Um, to kind of jump into things, I want to say Tia's last day is today. She is moving on to bigger and better things. I want to wish her well, and I pray that she doesn't forget us little people. I want to say welcome to our two new hires. Sante is joining our team, as well as a new young lady. Her name is Sunday. You guys will meet her a little later on. Our next meeting day will be July 14th at 3 p.m. And to keep alternating between the 3 p.m. and 8 a.m. Every every weekend, every meeting. Um, Then following one will be August 4th, 8 a.m. and the one after that, September 8th, 3 p.m. Um, and for so far, it's been working for us. It kind of gives everyone a chance to do whatever they need to do on the weekends. Um, to jump into things, I want to say, um, oh, before I forget, for future meetings, if there is an event where I have to call out, not call out, or if I have to cancel the meeting for any reason, I want to try to put a conference call into place. And I feel like that'd be a little bit better than the training video because that gives you ample time to an ample opportunity to give me feedback if need be, and that gives me the chance to answer any questions that you guys may have. Um, Instead of you guys doing the training video and you emailing me later with any questions that you might have. Because I want to kind of eliminate the possibility of people asking the same question and me giving out the same response, to make sure that we guys can all converse as a team and stay united as a team. Um, all right, now to jump into things. Um, I do want to touch base on the attire. A lot of us have become a little bit lax about the attire. I'm not sure if it's the new management or the summertime. Um, but we still are maintaining the NFC black white attire. That is black bottoms, white tops, black blazer. Um, as far as bottoms go, jeans are not acceptable, leggings are not acceptable. So make sure you have black slacks. For females, we are allowed to wear black capri slacks. Um, Females may also wear black skirts or a black dress. Males must have black slacks with the white button up top and a black blazer. Females, we can, of course, wear a white blouse. Um, so the shirt that I have on, if it was white, it would be acceptable. Just as long as we still have the black blazer. A black sweater is accepted, um, but it definitely has to be within the professional purview. Um, Next order of business. Oh, failure to comply with the attire is going to result in an immediate write up. And the next time it becomes an issue, it will be a termination. It will be grounds for termination. Um, the next order of business will be our attendance. I have noticed that a few people are uh, running late and showing up late. Um, and there have also been, I guess, some issues with ADP. The issue with ADP has been resolved, so you guys are able to clock in and clock out. If for any reason you are unable to do so, please email me immediately. Do not wait until the next day to let me know that you're having issues with clocking in or clocking out. Let me know immediately so that I may get on top of it immediately. Because if you wait, it does not look as if there's an issue with ADP. It just looks as if you're trying to make an excuse. Um, there is absolutely no leaving until the end of your shift. Even if your relief shows up earlier, say your relief shows up at 3:50, you are still not leaving until 4 p.m. Um, and that's goes for each shift. If your shift ends at 4 p.m., you leave at 4. If your shift ends at midnight, you leave at midnight. Your shift ends at 8 a.m., you leave at 8 a.m. You are not leaving any time before. I know there have been several questions about overtime, and overtime is on a emergency basis. And to kind of go into detail about that, um, say for instance that someone is in need of coverage, um, and someone is in need of coverage, but there is absolutely no one that's able to cover. That would constitute as an emergency basis. But if you are at your max hours and someone messages in the group me, hey, I need coverage for such and such, and you're already at max hours, do not be the first to send a message saying, hey, I can cover. If you're at max hours and you're accepting coverage for a shift that you didn't even give someone else a chance to pick up, you will not receive the overtime for that. So overtime is on an emergency basis, and that is only solely because overtime cuts deeply into the budget. So try to be mindful of that when considering overtime. Like, I know a lot of you people are like, hey, that's extra money. I want that. I want the overtime money. It causes an issue with NFC. So let's please try to be mindful of our overtime. As you guys all know, lockout has begun. If anyone has not been placed in the key track, please contact me via email, letting me know so that I can schedule a day for you to come in to be placed in the key track. I would like everyone to be in key track, and that's solely because if the lockout concierge is ever in need of coverage, or a regular concierge is ever in need of coverage, instead of there being specific lockout concierge and specific regular concierge, I want everyone to be able to work either position in the event that coverage is needed. We are still checking the IDs against the roster. And that goes for North and South. I know South is a little bit more complex because of the camps and conferences. So a lot of those people that do come in, they're like, well, I didn't know that I had to stop at the desk. Inform them or remind them that that is in the contract that they signed to move into the residence hall. They must stop at the desk in order for us to verify that against the roster that they reside in the building. And that kind of eliminates the issue, I believe, that there was where someone came in saying, oh, I live here, but because they weren't on the roster, and I do know that sometimes the roster is not updated, and if that is ever the case, please contact me. But that someone said, oh, I live in the building, and they just let them on up and come to find out they did not live in the building. So please double check everything against the roster. If they are not on the roster, please contact me and I will try to get you an updated roster. And that's only in the event that the roster hasn't been updated. Miss Vady has been trying to update the roster as fast as possible. I know in North the roster is updated often, a little bit more often than South. So please make sure we are checking IDs against the roster. As far as the visitation log is also still being used. If someone comes in to visit, make sure we are putting their name, first name, last name, ID number, and the time they checked in with whoever it was that they checked in with. And that eliminates the issue with someone coming in, checking in with someone, and their ID is just sitting at the desk and they were never put into the visitation log, and now their ID is missing. It eliminates that problem. So make sure we are putting IDs and visitors into the visitation log. ID numbers and visitors into the visitation log. And that goes for camp coordinators. This is for South. That goes for camp coordinators. If someone has if the coordinator has someone visiting them, make sure they're put into the visitation log, and it's for security purposes. I spoke with Mr. Jones the other day, and he mentioned our phone calls. Remember, our phone calls are reviewed, and they're not picked out at random. Mr. Jones actually does take the time to listen to every single phone call that we receive. Um, and one of the issues that he mentioned to me is that we are not sounding confident when we answer the phone. So please be mindful of the tone of your voice when you answer the phone. Try to sound as pleasant as possible. I believe in our last meeting, I did let you guys know that a smile definitely makes a huge difference. It may seem ridiculous to a lot of people, but if you smile, it definitely changes the tone of your voice. And it makes you sound a little bit more confident. So please, if you have to smile when you answer the phone, think of sunshines and rainbows. Smile some kind of way, so that we actually sound confident when we answer the phone. And I say that because if we do not give the caller a confident answer, they will call back and we'll try to call to the other building to get a little bit more clarity about what they had just asked you. So to prevent that, try to sound as pleasant as possible on the phone. Also, be mindful to not give out the wrong information. There was a phone call that came with regards to summer conference housing, and that call was directed to Residence Life. Whenever the call is directed to Residence Life, College Hall misses out on that money. Um, and so Mr. Jones was a little upset because we missed out on a possible $3,000 check because the wrong information was given. All summer conference housing is through Miss Spady and Mr. Jones. Residence Life does not handle College Hall summer conference housing. So please be mindful of that. Now, if someone calls in regards to summer school, then yes, that information will go to Residence Life. You can give out the phone number for Residence Life because we do not handle summer school, only summer conference housing. I believe there was also a call in regards to the prices. And if you guys look at the FAQ sheet, which should be up on both computers, if you look at the FAQ sheet, the prices for single and double is on the FAQ sheet. I believe singles are $58, and doubles are $48. So please be mindful of the information that we are giving out and how we are answering the phone. Lastly, I want to make sure you guys are aware of which tabs need to be open on Google Chrome. I believe there are some times when I will come in and there will only be the College Hall concierge email and the visitation log are the only two tabs that are up, when in fact there should be four. That is the concierge email, visitation log, the FAQ sheet, and the schedule. Now, the schedule isn't really as important, only because the schedule is sent to all of you guys. But in the event that you don't know who's coming in after you, of course, utilize the schedule. But the most important is the concierge email, definitely, the visitation log, and the FAQ sheet. The FAQ sheet is editable to us, so if for any reason someone asks a question and you hear the same question over and over and over and over and over again, definitely add that to the FAQ sheet and add the answer, so that way your coworkers have the answer to that same question. Because I'm pretty sure if you hear the question over and over again, we do too. That is all. Of course, I want you guys to also remember the point of contact chain. Contact Brandon Bowen first, then contact me. Only contact Brandon Bowen for scheduling issues. If there's an issue with ADP, then contact me. Brandon Bowen does not have the access to ADP that I do. So definitely for time issues, clocking in, clocking out, contact me in regards to ADP issues. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. Do not text me. Send me an email. CC Brandon in the email, and either I will respond or he will. The secret word is Deer Park. So respond to the email with the secret word Deer Park. All right. Have a great day.